feel like I did what most people call a good deed, and it wasn't enough. One night I was in Kuala Lumpur, and a man named Eddie came running up to me, right? Eddie had no shoes on, he looked panicked, and he starts explaining to me how he got robbed and he needed help. So I agree to help him, and he tells me he needs a train ticket back to Singapore. And I agree, and we start walking towards the train station. He tells me as we start walking that he was in Kuala Lumpur because he was trying to get his mind off of his girlfriend, right? And they had been together for 4 years, and then she cheated on him. So, things weren't looking too good for Eddie. And me and him keep walking. He tells me that, he reported it to the police and that they're looking for the guys that robbed him at the embassy. But it didn't really make sense to me because he still had his phone, and he told me he was going to pay me back, so we exchanged numbers. And it didn't really make sense how he had his phone and we were able to exchange numbers in the first place, right? But I kind of shrugged it off and just agreed to help him anyways. And, I tell him he's going to find somebody better than his old girlfriend. And then he actually gets kind of upset. He says, no, it doesn't work like that in Singapore. He said, in Singapore, you have to be rich, you have to have money. And he's like, I'm too old, I have no money, I'm not going to find a girlfriend. And, I was kind of trying to help him out and respond to that moment, but it was tough. So I just say, it's okay sometimes to be alone, right? And it's kind of maybe not the right thing to say in that moment. But as we're walking back to the train station, I realize it's actually in the opposite direction of my hotel, and it's getting late at night. So we recently passed an ATM, so I tell him I'll go to the ATM and grab him the money for the train ticket, and I'll give him a little extra. So we go to the ATM, and I pull out $50, and I give it to him, and he's really thankful and tells me that he's going to text me back or find a way to pay me back because we had exchanged numbers earlier. I say it's not a problem if he doesn't. It's all right. And he goes back in the direction of the train station, and I go on my way to my hotel. So I get back to my hotel, and I look at myself in the mirror, right? And my immediate thought isn't, wow, I'm proud of myself or help somebody. It was, I could have been better in that moment, right? I could have done something better. I could have walked with Eddie to the train station, make sure he didn't get robbed. I could have called him a grab even to the train station, right, to help him get there quicker. I could have asked him if he wanted to go eat or have a drink or just sit down and talk. But it felt like I took the easiest path, right? I took the path that inconvenienced me the least. And in that moment, when I look back, I don't think Eddie was just looking for a way home. I think Eddie was broken, and Eddie needed a friend. And I fell short. I wasn't truly selfless. Eddie probably will never see this. Eddie probably doesn't even remember me. But I remember Eddie. And I want to thank Eddie because Eddie gave me something that I didn't know I needed. My onus to be selfless. This is my obligation. I will not wait until I'm feeling generous. I will not wait for the moment to be easy. And every opportunity that presents itself, I will put others first. When it is inconvenient, when it is costly, when I am tired, when I am distracted, when I am miserable, when I am suffering, I will choose to be selfless. I choose it no matter what stands in the way, no matter how dark the moment is, no matter how lonely the road is. I choose to be selfless. When no one is watching, when there's nothing to gain, when it would be easier to walk away, I will be selfless. I will serve those I don't know. I will serve those I have no connection with. I will serve those who are in their darkest moments. For no recognition, with no expectation, I will be selfless. This is what I will live by, regardless of the terms. I am, and always will be, selfless.